Vienna City Council convened for their first meeting of 2025 this evening. New business at the meeting included a presentation by a global talent manager who talked about how the city can improve information accessibility in terms of what the city has to offer as a way of keeping and drawing professionals to move to the area. A resolution unanimously passed to accept $112,054.93 from the estate of James G. Midkiff to the city of Vienna. It's intended for parks in the area. Vienna's new mayor, Chad Emmerich, talked about this being his first council meeting as mayor.
I believe everybody that I'm serving with on council has the best interest of Vienna, in their heart, which goes a long way. And as we looked around, there was a very comfortable feeling of being able to just sit and discuss with one another, almost as if, no one else was sitting in the room with us, and we were just sitting around the table having a conversation.
You can go to our online article at WTAP.com for a full list of appointments made at tonight's council meeting.